Frequently, actually, Amazon is going to buy Target. Well, when that news broke a couple of days ago, the stock did rally on the news. So joining us now, the man who's making the call, his name is Gene Munster, Loop Ventures managing partner. Now, other than a stock price movement, I haven't seen anything to justify your call that Amazon buys Target. Target's not saying anything. Amazon's not saying anything. Have you any evidence to back up your claim?
Well, the companies aren't going to say anything, Varney, but if you look at the future of retail, there's clearly a move to this. And what essentially is going to happen is 45% of all brick and mortar is going to be offline someday. I think most people think it's going to go to 10%, so I think that this move is going to be, basically it's a much bigger market offline. So if you think about the future kind of how this plays out for Amazon, they need to grow their business, and this is kind of one of the biggest ways they potentially can do that.
Why Target?
Well, they have a shared demographic, so they're going after women typically. So I think if you think about the future of where the spending is going, it comes from the woman's wallet. So right now it's about 58% of spending comes from the woman in the household. 10% comes from typically the man in the household, and about 30% comes from a shared spending. And so when you think about this opportunity around the shared demographic, both Amazon and Target kind of covet this demographic, Varney, and so that's the opportunity for Amazon here is to really dive into that. So this gives them an opportunity to really go after a bigger demographic and separately expand their reach of brick and mortar.
Okay. I've got more for you. You're a fan of Tesla, as I recall. I think you're a fan of Tesla. But they've got more production delays for that Model 3. They only delivered, what, 1,550 in the fourth quarter instead of a great deal more than that. Are you losing your enthusiasm for Tesla?
No, I'm still equally enthusiastic, and this is the second disappointment that Tesla's had in as many quarters around the Model 3 production. But I think it's important to understand is that the slope of this production is starting to ramp nicely. And so if we look at the numbers, they did give us some evidence that they are, in fact, ramping 100% week on week in terms of the production of the Model 3. And so when you think about this opportunity that Tesla has in front of it, they need to kind of get that curve and lift off that curve. And I want to put that 100% week on week growth into perspective here, is that if they continue to grow the Model 3 production at 13% a week, which is a much smaller pace than they've been doing over the last month, they can hit their revised numbers. And so, Varney, my take is this, is it's been a painful process for Tesla to really ramp this production, but we're confident that they will, in fact, ramp this. And here's kind of your stat for the day, is we think in a couple years they're going to be building more than 1 million of these Model 3s per year. And so this is going to be a wicked ramp, and we're just starting.
Okay, we hear you, Munster. If you insist on calling me Varney, I shall call you Munster. I'll leave it at that. Gene, you're all right. Thanks for joining us, Gene. We'll see you again soon. Yes, sir. Thank you.